Welcome to LuvThemKnives, and this is my website, and we've had it going for a year and a half now, and it's been going big guns since it started. A year and a half ago, it was in July of 2023, and so yeah, it's been a year and a half. God dang, time flies. But buddy of mine that's also a seller on this website said, you do these kinds of presentations for Oli when they have a sale, but you need to do it for your own website. And he's right. And I never get around to it because I got so many other reviews and things and projects I'm working on. But here it is. Here's my website, LuvThemKnives.com. Easy to get to. And it's great because it works like any other website, right? In fact, better than most, okay? Because it's easy to establish an account, set it up, then it's got your address and your email address and stuff like that, to where that just plugs in when you get to your shopping cart and stuff. I know how it goes really smoothly, like on White Mountain Knives, for example. This works the same way, okay? So here's the cover. I'm periodically, unfortunately not soon enough, but not often enough, but I can change these pictures on the front screen of knives. Some of these may have already been sold and some not, but it seems like I never get time to get around to change the front pictures on the page. Probably need to have an assistant doing some of these website work for me. But I did have a professional put the site together, and you can tell that it wasn't me. But you can establish your own account. Then up at the top, look at the menu items: knives, new arrivals, merchandise, eutectic, previously sold, on sale now. Okay, want to sell a knife? Flashlights. Okay, so want to sell a knife, click on that. It tells you what you need to do to sell a knife. Email me at LuvThemKnives@gmail.com, and I'll give you the spiel. It's basically, I charge you 10%. Plus, there's 4% that gets charged to me by the credit card company and the website. Combined, their fees combined, 3% for the credit card, 1% for the website. So 4% there. So my 10 plus their 4, that's 14%. That's it. Except I offer free shipping. So as the seller, you're paying for the shipping to the buyer. So if he lives in Minneapolis and I got to ship it from Southern Florida to Minneapolis, it may cost $6, $7, $8. Maybe more. Depending if it's a big 14-inch fixed blade knife, it probably costs $14 to ship. I don't know, but so whatever the shipping cost is, you pay. So you can just figure it real easy: 14% plus whatever shipping is, and that's it. That's what you get charged. You get your own seller account. Okay, so the knives you sell me go on a software program inside this website, and it tracks everything you got, what it sold for, what the fees were, and gives you an invoice every month along with a payment. So you get an invoice showing exactly what sold, how much it sold for, and what the fees were, and your net. And I pay you the net via Zelle or via Cash App, or I can mail you a check. I don't do PayPal or Venmo, okay? So there's that. But if you're here to buy a knife, then I would recommend, if you want to see what's new, click on New Arrivals. So let's do that. New Arrivals, right there. Boom, okay? So now we're on New Arrivals. Now, you're on New Arrivals. You've got these filters down below, right? It says filter to the left, right? And it says availability and price. Well, under availability, click on that. Would you want things that are out of stock, or do you want things that are in stock? I'm thinking you want things that are in stock, so there you go. Now, even if you don't click on that, it'll probably be about the same, because the knives that have sold, I have another software program that pushes all the knives that have been sold down below the ones that are available. So the only knives you're going to see are the available knives until you've run out of them. All 210 of them on this thing, right? And so then it will go into the sold knives, okay? So if you want to look something up that may have been sold before, but you're just looking for, just for historical purposes, you can do that. Over here on the right, you want to sort by featured or best-selling. That probably wouldn't be that pertinent to a pre-owned knife site, right? But you can look price low to high, high to low, old to new, and new to old. So I recommend if you come to the site fairly frequently, you might want to look new to old, right? And so it'll show you the newest ones that have been added on the new arrivals, okay? So this will give you the newest ones, and then you just scroll down, take a look, put it in your cart, use your credit card, bingo bango. I get the order within seconds, and if it's like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, noon, I'll ship it that day. If the carrier has already come and gone, then it's got to go out the next day. But it'll go really quick, all right? And they all are shipped in a box. No padded envelopes anymore. That wasn't working out for me. So they're all in a box and that kind of thing. So there's that. Now, if you want to sell on my site, ship me a box, email me the list. I don't need the list in the box. I need your name on the box, like it came from a return address of some sort, like, Bob Smith, whatever. And so I know, oh, yeah, Bob Smith, he emailed me and said he was going to send me some knives. Okay, there's these knives, right? Oh, that means I already got he already emailed me the list, so I've got his account already set up, and I've got the list of knives there. So I open the box and I look, okay, yeah, there's the Kershaw one he was talking about, and yeah, there's the Vero knife, and there's the Benchmade. Okay, those are his knives. Okay, we're good. But you could put a slip of paper in there, get with your email address. It wouldn't hurt. And also print out the list of knives and stick it in the box as well, okay? So you can do that. So when you send me the knives, then I check them in. I take all the photos, so I have to undo them from the box and undo them from the individual boxes, right? And then I take pictures of them. And then I put them all back in the box with all the little slip covers and, microfiber cloths and stickers and all that shit back in and put them in the inventory. Then I put them on my website. Then the website knows you are Bob Smith, right? And when I put each item in, it asks, who's the vendor? Who's the guy? I put Bob Smith, And if you send me 10 knives, then I'll put all your knives in at one row, because I check knives in one person at a time. And I make note in my pictures what belongs to who, okay? So then I put them all under your name that you send. So then the software knows all the knives you sent, what the selling price is, and it will track when they're sold. And then I just put in, okay, so 10% for my seller fee and 4% is what charges by the credit card company and the website, okay? So I just put, you get 86% minus whatever the shipping costs. And so the shipping costs will go at the very end when I do the reconciliations. So I can get your email address. If you want, I can give you a link where you can establish a portal on my website and you can look at the knives that you've got for sale. Which ones have sold, which ones have not. And you can look at the money you got coming to you. And I do reconciliations around the 28th to 29th of each month. I do one payout per month, okay? So there you go. And so I'll just shoot it to you. You'll get actually a invoice that's generated by the software with your name on it, a picture of each knife that's sold, the price, the fees, the net, and you will get the Zelle or the Cash App, bang, hit your account about the same time as the invoice hits, and you're done and you're paid. Okay? There you go. That's how easy it is. So if you want to sell knives on my site, get a hold of me, because look at this. Check this out. When you look at availability in stock, look at it. How many knives do I have in stock? 210, right? Out of stock, 2,575 knives. So, yes, I mean, as soon as I get knives, when I do a drop twice a month, okay, usually twice a month. So, because I do it all at once. I have to break up my time between doing reviews and shipping and podcasts and knife check-in. So I do the knife check-in all at once, okay? So I'll spend maybe 4 days or 5 days checking in knives, taking all the pictures, then checking them all into the website and getting them organized. And then I kick it over to my Patreon group. And my Patreon group, I give them a list with all the links, and it's on a hidden menu that you can't see as the public. And they get about 24 hours, a little less than 24 hours to buy whatever they want. And then I put it out for the public. And the thing is, between the Patreon group and the public, in the first 3 days, I've sold 80% of the knives that got sent in. You know, and so it just depends on how aggressive you are with your pricing. And if you want to change the price on any of your knives, you can do that, okay? Anytime you want, you just email me and go, okay, that Benchmade 210, kick it down to 199 or whatever, you know, and I'll do it. And you can give me a list of 10 or 12 knives or whatever and say, this one, mark it down to this one, mark it down to this, right? And so I will do that, and I can do that within minutes, okay? So you're in good shape. I can handle that, and shipping goes out quick. People get their knives. They're very pleased. I get a return maybe once every 3 months. I mean, it's really, really rare. So, and that's usually because either there was a problem with centering, or the detent wasn't right, or something like that. Or maybe there was a scratch somewhere on the knife that never got disclosed. And that's fine. And if you send it back, I have a return policy. You send it back, I just refund your money, period. I really don't ask any kind of questions. I've never refused a refund to anybody, as long as you send the knife back, okay? Send the knife back. As soon as I get it back, I'll look it over, make sure it's, it hadn't been thrown up against a brick wall or anything, and then I just refund your money, because I want goodwill, okay? So, and all my sellers want that too. So there it goes. Now, I refund you, but of course it comes out of the seller because it was their knife, right? So they don't get paid on that knife until it sells again. But so, as a seller, it behooves you to divulge any issues that the knife may have, so that can be stated up front, okay? So that can be disclosed, and buyers know that. Let's change pages. So new arrivals, that's what I think you should do. Go use these filters. Some people just don't realize these filters are as flexible, and it'll go new to old, old to new, price high to low, low to high, newest in stock, that kind of thing, and availability in stock. So we've taken care of a lot of issues here, and there's a lot of interesting knives to buy on my website all the time. And we have flashlights, and if you went into the flashlight app, you'd see these flashlights as well, because here's flashlight menu item, boom, and here it is. And so these are the flashlights that are for sale, folks. You know what? We do have some, and if you got flashlights you want to sell, bring them on, baby, bring them on. But there's my website, just as simple as it can be, LuvThemKnives.com. and feel free to check it out. Go to click there. There you go. All kinds of knives available. And I think there are some great deals on there. Some people are a little proud of their knives, some of the sellers. But you know what? After they sit there for a week or so, they will move the price if they want to sell it that bad. Sometimes they just want it back. If they won't sell for a certain price, whatever. I have people that make an offer. I can contact the seller and say, I have an offer. I don't really want to do a lot of that, but I've done it. I probably do it 3 or 4 times a week, various offers. That's fine. And if the seller agrees to it, I'll reduce the price on it. You go in and buy it. And that happens. So it's not infrequent. It's just, a lot of back and forth. So it is extra work. But you know what? I'm here to sell knives. I'm not here to look at them on a website. So just keep that in mind. And at least one thing for sure. As a seller, put them in a box, ship them to me, email me the list. That's it. You're done. Now, on the list, I don't want something that just says Alliance Designs. I want something, just give me the model, and just say, is it titanium? Is it got M390? Are there any scratches? Is it like new in box? That kind of thing. So there's some that are, maybe let's click on this one. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Now the guy sent me the whole spiel. He probably went back to where he bought it and copied and pasted it on his email to me and said, here's what I got. Okay, so I get to put a lot of information on here, right? And if you look at that and you go, well, he doesn't say anything about never cut, never carried, you can email me and say, what's the condition to that? And I'll look it over and I'll get back to you. And if you want some additional close-ups or anything, I'll be more than happy to do that for you, okay? So it looks like it's, this one here, I think is pretty much mint on this one. And most of the knives are. Most of the knives are pretty much mint. And let's go back and see if I can find something that really is cryptic. Most of these are pretty well, described in here, aren't they? Let's see, how about this? The Wildcat Karambit. Well, yeah, no, actually that has a good description. But there are some people who just send me a knife and go, Boker plus Wildcat. And then in the past, I was looking them up and searching the web and trying to find it. And some of them are obscure knives and this and that. And and I go, you know what? I'm doing way too much research. And I don't know if this is a Gen 1, Gen 2, if this was a limited, where, that kind of thing, an exclusive. So you know what? Now I'm just putting, if all you say is Boker plus Wildcat, that's what I'll put. Instead of all the specs and all that stuff, I'm just going to put Boker plus Wildcat. So it's up to you to... I've got a guy that gives me like a 1-sentence description, which is great because it's Civivi, Elementum, Blue G10 scales, D2 blade, LNIB, like new in box. And that's really all I need, right? But he'll say, instead of just D2 blade, he'll go 3-inch D2 blade, So you'll know pretty much the overall length of the knife because it's a 3-inch blade. See what I'm saying? Shouldn't have clicked on that anyhow because there's some more interesting ones. But yes, there are. And let's go to availability again. Let's go to in stock. And these are pre-owned, okay? And then let's go over sort by new to old. Okay. So there are some that don't have a very extensive, because I just quit doing that, so I don't have an extensive description necessarily, like this one. I don't have blade length, I don't have overall length, I don't have the weight, I don't have anything, right? All I've got is I noticed that there were some marks on the titanium on that bolster area, you can see, and I'll try and get a close shot of that like you see here, okay? So, you know, but the guy that was selling it never mentioned that. And so I hate for it to be up to me to have to catch these things. If you're a seller, just disclose it, because you don't want it to be returned and taken off your list anyhow, right? So just disclose it and give me something. Jack Wolf, Cyborg, Jack, okay, green micarta, but you could say 3-inch blade, you could say slip joint, you could say, you know, like new or marks on that, and you could do that. I mean, but you didn't even say the length of the blade. So that might be something you could, but it doesn't need to be a long description. Make it easy on yourself. You know what I'm saying? And so I try and take good pictures. I try and present your knife well, you know, and so look at all the different pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 pictures of one knife, right? You know, if it's a $30 knife, I'll probably take 3 pictures of it. $240 knife, yeah, I'm going to take however many pictures I think I need to take to just disclose everything that's in the package, what you're going to get, and that kind of thing. And now I'm talking your ear off. So check out my website. I really appreciate your business, and so do all the 100 plus sellers out there that use my website already. But my biggest problem is I don't have that many knives to sell. I need to have 500 unsold knives in stock at any time, and I only got 200 because they sell so quickly. When I do my drops, boom, they disappear. I mean, 80% of them are gone within 3 or 4 days. And the ones that remain might be the ones that are maybe a little proud in the pricing. But they tend to finally sell over time because then the seller will reduce the price, that kind of thing. If you have a knife that you sent to me and you desperately want it back, I'll send it back to you. I'll just take the shipping cost, the return shipping cost off of your seller fee for whenever I do my next reconciliation, you know, that kind of thing. So that's okay. Regardless, here you go. LuvThemKnives website. Give me a shout or get on there and buy a knife, damn it. And you guys, stay sharp.